the amount of videos I've seen of like conservative people being like, Jojo Siwa is a prime example of how once a woman is with a man, she's back in her feminine energy, and Jojo Siwa is a prime example of how like being gay is like just a phase.
Your comments about not being a lesbian anymore, I mean, I understand the context, but like,
I don't know if what I said in the heat of the moment, did I say being a lesbian? I don't remember saying that.
That's not my understanding. My understanding is you didn't feel like lesbian fully encompassed, you know, your sexuality.
The lesbian community coming at me saying like, how dare you?
Jojo has responded to criticism after sharing that she identifies as queer rather than lesbian. During her time on Celebrity Big Brother, Jojo revealed that being in the house led her to realize her sexuality had changed.
Jojo Siwa just set fire to everything she built, and did it with a smile. The girl who made millions waving rainbow flags just tossed it all in the trash on day 1 of Pride Month. In a jaw-dropping moment caught live on Celebrity Big Brother, Jojo told fellow housemate Danny Beard, "I think I've always told myself I'm a lesbian, but now I realized I'm not." But that's not all. She didn't stop there. Jojo went full speed into a messy situationship with 33-year-old Love Island reject Chris Hughes, live on national TV. That's when the internet went into full meltdown mode. A photo of Jojo clinging to Chris started circulating, and it didn't feel romantic. It looked like a mother holding her overgrown child, not a couple in love. Fans weren't just confused, they were disgusted. The girl who once danced for Nickelodeon was now grinding on
and then it honestly seemed more based off the premise that at the time you were dating a non-binary person, so that kind of makes sense to say I'm queer, which is more inclusive.
I also was around somebody who's super queer, and I was looking at Danny, and Danny and I had loads of conversations about, you know, being queer and gender identity, and it was beautiful. And I come out of the house to see that, and I see the lesbian community coming at me saying like, how dare you, whatever. First of all, let's clarify a couple of different things here. Sexuality is fluid. Gender identity are fluid. You can be one thing today and one thing tomorrow. People saying to me that I have never been a lesbian is crazy. I fell in love with a female at age 17. I have a very special place for her. Obviously, our relationship did not work out, but even right now, going through all this, she reached out to me today. So to say that I was never a lesbian is people are searching for something. Yeah. But also, why is it not okay to say that I feel more queer now when the whole thing in the LGBTQ community is like sexuality is fluid? Like, God, when I came out as pansexual. Then I came out as lesbian. Then I was like, maybe I am pansexual. Then maybe I was like, nah, maybe I am a lesbian. Then I was like, maybe I'm bisexual. Then I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gay. Don't know what that means. And I was like, nah, maybe I'm a lesbian. And now I'm like, I think I'm just queer. I think I just am. I think I just exist. I think I'm done having my eyes be so one-sided. You know what I mean? And I think I can just exist. No one can decide my sexuality. Not even me. You know what I mean? I can't help what I feel. I can't help who I fall for. That's how I realized I was gay in the first place. I think I had to learn at such a young age, honestly, with my height. People bully me for being tall. And I learned at that point, I can control a lot of things. I can't control my height. Then I realized the same thing with my hairline. And then I realized the same thing with my voice. And then I realized
a reality show cast off, like it was her last shot at fame. This part left everyone stunned. Nobody expected this from the rainbow icon of Gen Z. But then everything changed. Jojo didn't just flirt with straightness, she ditched her whole brand. That loud, proud lesbian identity? Gone. Her image, her merch, her message, torched in seconds. Instead, she sprinted into the arms of a guy best known for poolside drama and influencer hookups. It spirals from here. Because Jojo didn't just walk away from a label, she bulldozed the entire identity that made her famous. This wasn't just a switch-up, it was a rainbow betrayal. Picture it. Jojo lands a spot on UK Celebrity Big Brother, the show that's basically Love Island for has-beens clinging to relevancy. Cameras rolling 24/7. No phones, no outside contact.
And can we just say, just because obviously we're all talking about it, congratulations on the relationship. We're all very excited. Have we decided whether it's Hughes-Wa? What are we going to... What's the power couple name?
Yes, what is it going to be?
The power couple name, Chris?
Know.
They call it Kojo. That's the one they're all going for.
Kojo.
Yeah.
OK, I like that one.
I like it,
that's better than the options that we all came up with.
Let's not repeat those. Let's not repeat those options.
Well, it's good to see you smiling.
It rolls off the tongue,
it does.
Just drama, chaos, and mental breakdowns on loop. But here's where the mask falls off. Because while the world expected Jojo to sparkle under pressure, she took a wrecking ball to her entire legacy. And now here's where it gets insane. Back home, Jojo's girlfriend Kathleen Ebbs is probably watching the show, sipping tea, cheering her on, completely unaware of the train wreck unfolding. Because while Kathleen was rooting for love, Jojo was in that house licking chocolate off a grown man's pants. Yes, seriously, on camera, on demand, with full eye contact. This next part, straight up wild. Jojo was begging him to let her clean it up, with her mouth. It goes completely off the rails now. She didn't just do it once. She doubled down, giggling, flirting, calling herself a freak, saying she wanted to bite it off. This wasn't playful. This was cringe turned catastrophic. It didn't feel like rebellion. It felt like desperation. But things were about to explode. Because that one scene, it wasn't just embarrassing. It was the beginning of Jojo's full-blown brand collapse. Jojo Siwa just called emotional cheating a pretty good job. That's not a joke. She actually said it, smiling, proud, like she deserved applause for cuddling up to a man on live TV while her girlfriend watched from home. Brace yourself for this one. Jojo went from hair bows and sparkles to giving a masterclass in betrayal, all with the cameras rolling and the mic hot. But this next twist? Game-changing. As fans watched her giggle under the sheets with Chris, whispering and cuddling like it was a rom-com, Jojo had the nerve to stand in the confessional and claim, Christopher is not—
And like, if Jojo Siwa can like be straight, like anyone can do it type of energy. I completely understand trying to figure yourself out. Like, I get it. Cool. But you literally jump from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. And then after you get out of those relationships, those people talk about just how much you low-key fucked them up and how much you like literally love bombed them and then just broke it off. It's like, y'all can tell me that like I'm wrong. Y'all can tell me that I'm wrong. I'm open to hearing that. I'm just annoyed that like you literally went from trying to be a pioneer of gay pop and like proclaiming yourself as the face of it all. Just you made
not the reason my breakup happened. She said it straight-faced, calm, as if the footage didn't exist. Here's where the truth hits hard, because we saw it. Every smile, every whisper, every late-night snuggle. In 4K. Now here's where it gets insane. Jojo didn't stop at denial. She doubled down. She told her ex, "Don't paint it out to look like I cheated." Then she said she'd nail her feet to the ground defending herself. But the ground she's standing on? It's cracking. Because this isn't a rumor. It's not speculation. It's on tape. And it gets even messier. Jojo tried rewriting the story while the receipts were still playing on national television. This drama hit
During her appearance on the Vile Files podcast, Jojo addressed some of the backlash from her comments.
People saying to me that I have never been a lesbian is crazy. I fell in love with a female at age 17. So to say that I was never a lesbian is people are searching for something.
She also explained and defended her choice to identify as queer rather than lesbian.
Why is it not okay to say that I feel more queer now? Sexuality is fluid. Gender identity are fluid. You can be one thing today and one thing tomorrow. Part of the realization of being queer was me in the house realizing I'm not entirely happy, and maybe that's a side of me that's not happy.
TikTok faster than Jojo could lie to her girlfriend's face. The clips were everywhere. Cuddling, flirting, licking chocolate off a guy's pants like it was a buffet sampler. And the timing? Brutal. Just wait until you hear this part. Literally the day Jojo left the Big Brother house, Kathleen was there at the live taping, smiling, cheering, trying to be supportive. Hours later, Jojo dumped her at the after party. That's when everything unraveled. Kathleen was blindsided. She flew in to support Jojo, planning to work through things privately like any mature couple would. But before she could even get back to her hotel room, Jojo ended the relationship in public. Kathleen stood there, stunned, heartbroken, while Jojo partied with the same guy she swore meant nothing. The real chaos starts here, because Jojo wasn't just heartless, she was reckless, and it gets even messier. Instead of taking accountability, Jojo served up the oldest excuse in the breakup playbook. There were many reasons. No, Jojo, There weren't. There was one reason, and he was standing right next to you in every clip. Tall, slightly famous, and available. But still, Jojo insists it wasn't cheating. Here's where the mask falls off. Because
Jojo Siwa has been dropped from her record label, according to reports. Jojo, who is in a relationship with her Celebrity Big Brother co-star Chris Hughes, is said to have been dropped by Columbia Records. The huge label represents the likes of Adele, Beyonce, and Harry Styles, but has cut ties with Jojo. A source told the Mail, Jojo has been dropped by Columbia Records. She has been in London on the lookout for a new record company to sign with, and playing gigs hoping to impress the right people.
Calling it anything else is just insulting everyone's intelligence. Then Jojo flipped the switch and dove straight into damage control. One by one, she dropped clues online like it was a scavenger hunt for heartbreak. Chris in her bed, matching football jerseys, calling him her soulmate, posting about how she's so much happier now. But this part left everyone stunned. She wasn't healing. She was turning her cheating scandal into a PR campaign. Here's where it really explodes. Jojo finally spoke out, and what did she say? "I'm young. I'm still figuring myself out." Girl, you're 21, not 14. You're driving a tour bus, not borrowing your mom's car. That excuse doesn't land when you're making millions, hurting people on national TV, and acting like it's all just self-discovery. And then, total chaos. Because instead of apologizing, she spun her mess into a branding moment. But that's not all. Jojo didn't just break hearts. She betrayed a whole community. She built a career off rainbow merch, gay anthems, and podcast quotes like, "I prefer being a bottom." She was the self-declared queen of gay pop. And then, she dropped it on the first day of Pride Month to run off with a straight man. On camera. It turns darker from here. Because when the rainbow turns into a marketing stunt, people get hurt. This isn't a rebrand, it's a PR kamikaze. Jojo's entire dating history is a trail of broken hearts and bad headlines. Every single breakup ends with her crying misunderstood, while the other girl disappears in the wreckage. Kylie, Avery, Katie Mills, Dia Wilson, Kathleen, and now this? Jojo flips the script, says she's suddenly in love with a man, and acts like everyone else is the problem. But this time, people aren't buying it. Here's where it really explodes. Jojo keeps pointing fingers, but at some point, you have to look in the mirror. 1 messy breakup is life. 2 is drama. 6? That's a pattern. And this time, the pattern includes a 33-year-old Love Island reject. Jojo is 21. Chris Hughes is 33. That's a 12-year gap. It didn't end there. Fans started asking, how is this okay? Sure, they're both adults, but that gap raises more than eyebrows. But now here's where it gets insane. While the internet questioned everything, Jojo was out here rapping on TikTok and pretending she didn't know what their relationship even was. One minute she's posting cryptic lines about cashews. The next, she's dodging real questions about age, timing, and accountability. It turns darker from here. Because it's no longer just about being messy. It's about refusing to grow up while dragging everyone else down with her. You won't believe what happened next. Jojo tried pivoting into the UK market, but calling your boyfriend's dad tuna on national TV wasn't exactly the move. And wearing a Sunderland jersey? Huge mistake. That's not just a fashion flop. That's a full cultural slap. The drama only gets deeper. She didn't just miss the mark. She insulted an entire audience while her tour tickets quietly tanked. But here's where the truth hits hard. Through all of it, Jojo just kept smiling, bedazzling everything in rhinestones, acting like we didn't just witness her torch a brand built on pride, glitter, and girl power. She gave it all up for a man who peaked in 2018 reality TV. This is where it all falls apart. Because Jojo didn't evolve, she imploded. And then, total chaos. Jojo Siwa went from rainbow icon to Pride Month punchline. From innocent bows to emotional manipulation, from girl boss to gaslighter, and now, the sparkle's gone. She's not untouchable, she's not unstoppable, she's just exposed. There's no way back from this, and the world knows it now.